An example of a microaggression might be actually making assumptions based on someone's appearance. So in my instance, an example that I could share is someone just conversationally inferring that I'm from another country than I actually am. For instance, someone might say, "Oh, do you like Chinese food, or do you cook Chinese food?" I'm not Chinese. Or they might say, "When was the last time you went to Japan?" I'm not Japanese. And these things are all quite shocking, but they then necessitate me explaining actually I'm of a South Korean heritage, and then the questions follow. And it can be quite invasive if it's not an area that you actually want to have to explain about yourself in a professional context. So, you know, those sort of scenarios really need a bit of sensitivity from us as the questioner to actually be sensitive to the fact that the other person might not want to digress that sort of information.
Within practice, I think it's really important to address any sort of instance of microaggression, because as an early career architect, future architect, and experiencing it from early, I think it creates that culture that isn't surprising that we have less and less women in senior roles as we progress through the sort of hierarchy of the workplace. And I think in creating that culture, a more positive culture that addresses microaggressions from the beginning, I think that would sort of filter through and from the bottom up create a more positive and inclusive environment more holistically within the practice.
The key thing that I really hope comes out of this RIBA toolkit is that we end up with a more diverse workforce. Because if we have a more diverse workforce, we're going to end up with far better buildings, far better design.
Something I'd like people to understand about allyship in the workplace is that it's not just about recognising microaggressions happening to other people and standing up for them, it's also the fact that you too can cause microaggressions.